of depression and anxiety. So what I thought I'd do, if you're not depressed or anxious and you wanted to figure out or have a step-by-step way of becoming depressed and anxious, I put together a list here. This is a guaranteed way to break your spirit and be depressed. So if you really want to look at it and say, okay, I really want to be depressed, I want to be anxious, these are some things that you should do. First of all, make sure you have no desires at all. I mean, really live out the idea of selflessness. Don't care about anything. Zero desires. Number 2, don't set any goals whatsoever. Don't have any future hope. Procrastinate. Put things off until later. Don't go after anything. Make sure you procrastinate. And whatever you do, do not eat anything healthy. Make sure you get fast food all the time, lots of soda pop, cigarettes, sugar. Make sure you pop your body full of that stuff. That's really good to help with depression and anxiety. And whatever you do, don't exercise. I mean, you need to be a couch potato. Get on your social media all the time, binge watch Netflix, but make sure you don't exercise. If you do happen to be around people, make sure you stay around negative, toxic people all the time. The more critical they are, the better. Those are the folks you want to stay around if you want to be depressed. Also, don't search for truth. Make sure you lie to yourself and others. That's another great way to build depression. Do not be grateful. Do not have any gratitude at all in your life. Make sure you always focus on the negative and do not be grateful. Don't read any good books whatsoever. Make sure if you're going to read, I don't recommend reading if you want to be depressed. Make sure you keep watching your television. But if you do happen to read something, make sure it's junk, just trashy stuff. Don't read anything good, pure, or positive. Don't save money. Go into lots and lots of debt. Make sure you borrow a ton of money. That's really good to become anxious and depressed. And nurture the feelings of jealousy and envy. Always focus on what you don't have. Jealousy and envy, key way to becoming depressed. So don't be an optimist. Make sure you look for the problems in every situation. Every situation. Always look for the negative. Ignore reality. We want to live in a fantasy land. And don't be generous. Whatever you do, don't be generous, compassionate, help anybody else whatsoever. Never be generous. And make sure that you, if you're going to trust in anything, trust in money. That's the key. Make sure you always trust in money, because that really helps you become depressed and anxious. And remember, whatever you do, this is key. Focus on the words you repeat to yourself over and over and over. Make sure they're always negative, always critical, always focus on jealousy and envy. Make sure you repeat those words in your head over and over and over again. So these are the 16 tips to become depressed and anxious. If you focus on these, it's a guaranteed way to become depressed and anxious.